Good morning and welcome to another edition of Morning Brew but Black and I. Yes, who am I? Well, let's bring everybody else in to let them know. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Morning Brew but Black. I go live pretty much when I want to talk about today's headlines. Welcome. Hey, you too. Hi, my booker butt. You always show up. And you always say for about 8 seconds. But let's get into it because you know what? Your boy Biden has picked a Supreme Court nominee. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Friday. This last Friday of Black History Month. Fantastic February. And like I said, Biden has picked the Supreme Court justice, or he has his pick, right? You want to know more about it? Well, let me tell you more about it because I know you do. So President Biden announced he will announce his Supreme Court nominee today. And I'm sorry, I'm excited because he's, the person that he's decided to go ahead and nominate is Ketanji Brown Jackson. Miss Jackson, if you nasty, she's 51 years old, and she currently sits on the U.S. Supreme Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. And she's considered the front runner. Basically, come on, Black girl magic. Black girl magic masters out in the building. Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all see my enthusiasm. But Biden he's going to pick an African-American female to be the next Supreme Court justice, right? So he's poised to extend this offer in a telephone call to the nominee today, this morning, probably right now. That's probably why I'm so pumped. But this is what a person that's familiar with the process is saying, you guys, okay? And with an announcement planned for later this afternoon, okay, y'all? So be ready, be close somewhere so that y'all can see something historical again. Okay. I am so pumped. I am so proud of us. You know, one thing about Black women, we were marginalized. We are the ones that we sat back in the margins and was utilized to do everything. I feel like this is a little bit because y'all ain't even got to load what I got for you. Oh. Anyway. But I must finish my process and finish my doctoral pursuit before I really come forward. But I'm coming forward this year. Y'all about to see all kinds of things coming up out of Black Girl Magic Masters LLC. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow to my YouTube channel, Black Girl Magic Masters LLC. Hey, y'all. Hi, my bookum butts. Our stats have been doing very good. In the last 28 days here on YouTube, we've had 11.1 thousand views. And they spend 39 minutes on my page. Little old me, what am I talking about? But thank you, YouTube. I appreciate you guys. And then we got good old little IG. I got that one faithful, or maybe two, maybe three, you never know, on IG. But I just started respecting that platform. So we'll see. Give it a couple of weeks. You know how I do it. I like to feel things out and give it a chance to see if it works. And then there you go, TT. Hey, TT! Good morning on this Friday. How my booger butts, my babies doing? How y'all feeling? Are y'all feeling good like me? I feel great. You new here? Can I feel you? Can you fill me in a little bit, please? So, this is a channel where we investigate all things generational wealth for minorities. See, I have a master's degree in business administration, and I have a chip on my shoulder because they made promises to African Americans that they're going to have to come up with. They promised us 40 acres in a mule. They promised us the Freedmen Bureau. They did so many things, and now the slave effect are affecting the descendants of the slaves today. So they need to rectify it, and that's where I come in. My job as the Black Girl Magic Master. We are redefining excellence. I do not come alone. I'm just the face. But I represent quality and excellence redefined. If you have any opportunity to witness a Black girl doing her thing, you know what I'm talking about when I say Black Girl Magic Master. Like I said, often marginalized and put in the shadows because we are often thought of as being having some kind of attitudinal problems or problems with whatever. But basically what they're saying is that we, of all of them, should be most affected by the trauma of slavery. Thank you, Buka Bat. I do it every day. Anybody that follows me from I don't care how long it's been, I'm going to give it to you every day. And I give y'all breaks. I give them breaks on the outfits because I know I'm the Black Girl Magic Master. I mean, come on. I'm the Empress. So therefore, thank you, baby. Thank you for the gifts. Happy Friday. Okay, now it's time to take an official sip of your coffee this morning. Good morning, King Joe Williams. It says in black and it basically says Black Girl Magic Masters LLC. That's my website. That's my YouTube. That's me. I'm the Black Girl Magic Master herself, Shaquila. Yes, that's me. That's me. What had happened was about 20 years ago, I decided to get myself involved in minority and small business matters and community while working for the largest school district as performing as a head secretary in the public urban school sector because nobody would help my babies. Nobody would go and help the marginalized Black children. So I said, why not be the change that I want to see? And that's me. So when you say a Black Girl Magic Master such as myself, looking all good, I'm the change I want to see in this world. And I really could care less of your opinions if you don't like it. You only are going to get on my level if you're on a high vibration. Period, point blank. I am single, but I'm looking for loyalty. If I got all this money, what you think a high value woman need? I need somebody that's going to show off with loyalty. Where's that big loyal energy? Yo, let's talk about it. Okay, anyway, I digress because we will get into it about what it's Friday. Apparently, I ain't got no job. And I don't want one. I work for myself. And you should probably work for yourself as well. I will tell you though, when I finish this news broadcast, you should subscribe to my page, especially my TikTok and my YouTube, because I've been giving game for free at least for a year and a half. But anyway, let's get back into today's morning news. So like I said, Biden done picked the Supreme Court Justice nominee. He calling her right now. It's a African-American lady by the name of Ketanji Brown Jackson. If you're nasty, 51. Those that know. Those that know. Okay. Basically, she currently sits on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. So she's been out there in D.C. The kid been out there in D.C. doing her thing, and she's considered the front runner. All right, and let's get into other news of today because you already know that, your boy. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Apparently, nobody believed Joe Biden a couple years ago. I'm serious. When he said that Putin lost his mind and that he really was going to go there. They said on the news today, because I watched Bloomberg and everybody, they said on the news today that they did not know that Putin had Nazi tendencies. Y'all didn't know that Putin was crazy? The world just found out, apparently, that your boy wasn't bluffing. So now they don't know what to do. Oh, real talk. Like, and then y'all want to talk about weak leaders. Look at the global community that did not see this monster being created by Donald Trump. So now look at him. They're like, oh my God, he really did it. China, y'all wonder why China ain't say nothing? Y'all know I do finances. Y'all know I stay up, I watch, I read. Okay, and I'm 45 years old, and I got children that's growing up in here, and I'm planting seeds. And all these children I work for with the largest school district in my state, and I care if they're gonna send my babies on a draft to a mission where it's nuclear. Okay, so what I found out about China was China refused to denounce this Russian invasion. And you want to know why? Because China depend on Russia. Oh, yes, we thought China wasn't depending on nobody. Yes, they depend on Russia. And then what's so crazy is that we just now coming up out the pandemic, right? We just now coming up out the pandemic, and the inflation was already on everybody's mind. This Putin situation, because he gives no fucks. He's a dictator. Oh my God. Y'all cannot be just finding out that this man is a dictator. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't know. I don't know. So they figured out that your boy do not care. He just wants that region back. He's determined to go out for his legacy. This is what Putin wants. Just like Mark Zuckerberg is certain people have hills they're going to die on, right? And what has happened during the pandemic, people that have great power and a lot of control, they've been going through mental situations, right? So Putin been going through it, y'all. And so has Mark Zuckerberg. They've been sitting there too long by themselves. They don't get much interaction or whatever, and they are losing control. And what's going on is Putin wants to have he wants that USSR. He wants it to be like it used to be, where it used to be like it used to be on the map, it used to be like USSR, right? It used to be like, but they don't say that no more. These maps don't say that. So anyway, but that's what Putin wants. That's a hill he's willing to die on. That's the hill that Putin's willing to die on. And then Mark Zuckerberg, he wants the metaverse. He done invested in these goggles. He done invested in these situations. He done invested in these little other businesses. He trying to get and distance himself away from the Facebook so bad. Listen, they're ignoring the people that are closest to them, apparently. Putin is ignoring all the top billionaires. They're like, yo, bro, slow it down, slow it down. He like, no, fuck it. Fuck it. I want to do USSR. I want my back. He want it back. So he willing to die on that hill. Mark Zuckerberg, there was like, Mark, let the goggles go, or let something. It's some little hybrid thing he got going. I'm gonna have to go back a couple of videos myself. I think I talked about this on one of my YouTubes. Anyway, I think about a week ago. I'm gonna go check on one of my morning brews. But either way it goes, these people are losing it, and we get a front seat to it. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. You know what? Let's get some music popping. Okay. No, let's finish today's news. Then we'll get the music popping. But that has been y'all's little moment as to why your Zuckerberg and your Putin, your Vladdy Daddy is going crazy. Crazy. Okay. So anyway, let's get back into it. What state are you located, sis? Listen. They lucky I'm located here because I am ready to move. I am ready to move at a moment's notice. Let me find me a good little situation. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Oh God. Oh damn. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. Yeah, no. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Oh, okay. Can I call back? Thank you. Well, sorry about that. But at least this time I didn't get cut. Usually when that happens, I done got cut. I got so many haters. I mean, that's how I know I'm doing good because of my hater. I check my hater gauge every day, and if I don't got at least 2 new haters, I am doing something. But anyway, so getting back to what I was talking about, the news. So let me tell you what's actually happening over there in Kiev. And we keep calling it Kiev, but it's actually Kiev. So let me just let you know. Yes, I have a Twitter, but I did not patronize Twitter because it was Mr. Dorsey's situation, and he was allowing the MAGA groups to do their thing, and so I just did not do Twitter. I could not do Twitter. Twitter was something that I felt like was for my 16-year-old. Okay, DRP or Drip Mari, do we need to mute you? Do we need to mute you? Let's see what's going on. Cause K3R up 7, he's laughing. What back shots? What are we talking about? Are our vibrations low this morning? I'm gonna need y'all to raise them. Swear to God. All right. So anyway, let's get back to today's news, right? Because y'all need to be pronouncing the correct way. It's Kiev. So the battle for Kiev. Let's talk about it. So Russia, basically, they ramped up their all-out assault on Ukraine that began Thursday morning, and basically, it sanctions from the West and more turmoil around the world are basically what's going on. And I know y'all don't believe in the game of chess because y'all want checkers to happen. Like, why don't we just send troops over? Why don't Biden do this and that and the other? That's because y'all play checkers. Okay, this is why. This is why Biden is not sending the troops over. Did y'all not just see what happened in Afghanistan? Okay, I digress. So anyway, let's get back to today's news. Morning Brew, but black. So here's the latest update from the largest ground war in Europe since World War II. I'm not even gonna fix that. You already know what I'm trying to say. So good morning. Thank you. Good morning. Everybody's off feeling good this morning. Everybody must have had their medicine and a good night's rest. If you are my age group, okay, I'm 45. So that should make everybody who is not interested in, this Slim Goody, go somewhere. But anyway, getting back to today's news. Get Yoasted. The host invited. Who is Get Yoasted? 13 online. Mm, 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 mm. Back to today's news. We're going to stick to the subject at hand, right? All right. So we got here that the Russians are closing in on Kyiv, right? And despite meeting fiercer than expected Ukrainian resistance, because they was not expecting them Ukrainians to come with it. The Ukrainians is coming with that. Believe it, right? The Russian forces advanced to the outskirts of the capital and basically hit Kyiv with a series of airstrikes this morning, forcing residents to hide out in the subway stations, some of which were built by the Soviets. Basically, when they created deep underground situations to double as bomb shelters years ago, look at how that's being used. Look at how that comes around. Wow, wow. Addressing the nation. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. Their president of Ukraine, his name is Vladimir Zelensky. He said the Russians are coming after him specifically, and that the enemy has marked him as an enemy number one. So basically, he just told us that Putin put a bounty on his head. And just could you imagine? So a lot of people want to be presidents and powerful stuff. No, you become the goddamn target. And I want y'all to know, sometimes being the manager or the supervisor of your location that you work at, that's not what you want. This is what you want to do. You want to have that job. You want to get the pay rate that you know is good. You want to be able to do the absolute minimal at that job. You do not want a job that you got to be sitting there stressing and taking it home with you every day. Those aren't the jobs that you want. What I recommend for all my minorities, especially those that are interested in entrepreneurship, is that you got to come up with your own equity. And where that comes from is having a job. And I had started off like I had a cleaning job. I had a couple of different jobs, but basically low labor, but a lot of pay. And I was getting my money and I was able to fund the different things for my business. So if you are interested in starting your own business, I behoove you to, yes, have a job, but start that business on the side, because trust me, cleaning toilets, but knowing that you about to go home and clean the contacts and get all that and clean people's clocks and get all of this money, it's wonderful. And then what's so crazy is that you'll go back into your job and you'll be, listen, work the system. Don't let it work you. You know what you need to do. I don't know why people need somebody to tell them what to do. I'm going to be giving free estimating and bidding classes for my contractors and my, my independent people out here. And I'm thinking to myself, largely, if people would just sit there and take the time, but a lot of my clients tell me that no, they like how I teach. They love coming to my workshops because I'm giving them thorough preparations and toolkits. I get it. But y'all, just take some time. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So let's get back into today's news, right? So anyway, the West hit Russia with more sanctions, and the U.S. unleashed a barrage of new economic penalties. Basically, they include the cutting off of Russia's largest banks. When I saw that yesterday, because I'm always watching Bloomberg, when I seen they cut off Russia's largest bank, I said, I guess that threats that Putin gave that anybody that would interfere would have consequences. Biden said, I'm with the shits, and basically shut off his largest money source. I was like, oh, it's just done got real, right? So cutting off Russia's largest bank from the U.S. financial system. Now, they're going to get that swift because that's what the globe wants. So just know it's coming. He going to get all of it. He going to get all this money, y'all. He going to get all of it. We had to make sure that we had backup, just like when you know how the game go. I don't know why people be acting all crazy like y'all don't know how the game go. So, yes. So, anyway, let me finish reading because Biden basically, he cut off Russia's largest bank from the U.S. financial system, export controls on high-tech parts, and sanctions on more Russian elites. Those oligarchs, they are not happy. They lost about $39 billion collectively. They're about as broke as we are. Sigh. But anyway, so don't feel sorry for these oligarchs. But anyway, and plus they are enabling this crazy maniacal situation that's going on. So anyway, I digress because, like I said, he unleashed a barrage of new economic penalties on Russia, and other Western powers such as the EU, Australia, and Canada joined the United States in its sanctions jamboree. Okay? The scope of these sanctions is unprecedented. A former sanctions lead in the Obama administration, Edward Fisherman, he made that statement, just so you know. But he also told Axios that these moves are far beyond what we contemplated, because following Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014, apparently he says that the Russian financial sector is by and large isolated now from the whole global financial system. However, Western leaders have thus far decided not to block Russia from the SWIFT global payment system, which basically has outraged the Ukrainian government. I mean, he basically said today that we just over here just doing what I'm doing, just online talking about it. Shade to the American government. But people around the world are protesting this war, including in Russia now. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, because there's been spontaneous mass demonstrations, and they can get thrown in jail for this. Of thousands of people that are taken to the streets and basically chanting no to war. They do not want this. Nobody wants this. And more than 1,700 people are detained right now, as of last night. See, China don't want this because they got to come up out of this situation. China done promised to heal all of our economic problems, though. That was the great situation that came down the funnel today, that China said, we're going to help the world economic situation. Like, what? And we were trying to figure out, like, why isn't China just jumping in on this, and why aren't they like condemning the invasion? Is because they have, China acting like Bitcoin right now. They ain't as what we thought they was. They ain't. All right. So what else we got? So even sports were caught in crossfire. Wow. It says the UEFA, basically the European football governing body, will move its Champions League final out of St. Petersburg. Now that's, y'all understand that they don't, those is fighting words of Putin. I'm scared now, because when you doing stuff like this, Putin said we haven't seen the type of consequences that he gonna give us for even getting involved. Okay, let's get back over here. But yeah, that UEFA, the government, the European football's governing body, will move its Champions League final out of St. Petersburg, Russia, where it was set to be held in May. And this is what the Formula One said. It said it's monitoring the situation closely, but September's Russian Grand Prix is still on the calendar. So they still got the Russian Grand Prix. Don't cry, Russia. One driver, Sebastian Vettel, said he wouldn't participate, though. So maybe cry, Russia. Go ahead and cry. But looking ahead, more than 100,000 people have fled the country. And already, but Ukrainian men aged 18 to 60 years of age, they are required to stay. Let me repeat that. More than 100,000 people have fled the country already, but Ukrainian men aged 18 to 60 are required to stay as part of the martial law that has been imposed. It says many are preparing to take up arms, including the mayor of Kyiv, who is a former heavyweight boxing champion. Oh, wait a minute. Including the mayor of Kyiv, former boxing heavyweight champion, Vitaly Klitschko. What? I don't have another choice. I have to do that. I would have to fight, he said. And the president said, and the president Vladimir, he said, listen, they're going to see their faces. They're not going to be fighting their backs. It's crazy. And so, when it comes to unity, they showing us a lesson in how to stand up against the world's most scariest person, because we had a whole couple of decades dedicated to the Cold War situation and the fear amongst what Russia could do. But I don't know what the hell done happened. But literally this poor little situation out here in Ukraine, they trying to sit here and they trying to stop being like that and come out of that Iron Curtain type of situation. And this is the thanks they get. This is how democracy gonna answer the call. Well, here's the problem. There is a couple of little limitations to that. And I just don't got time for this because I want to finish this whole little morning brew out because it's 9:00 and I got to go. But we're going to finish this out. Looking ahead, what I say? Everybody in Ukraine is fighting. Um, I got 10 resources if you need to keep up with Ukraine on various things. But here goes some non-Ukraine headlines for you. Did y'all know that the Musk brothers, Elon Musk, listen, they've been probed for insider trading. Did you hear me? Listen, Elon Musk and his brother are being probed for insider trading. Y'all heard me. The SEC is reportedly investigating whether Tesla stock sales by Elon Musk and his brother Kimball Musk violate insider trading rules. Kimball serves on Tesla's board of directors and sold 88,500 shares one day before Elon tweeted a poll asking followers if he should sell 10% of, y'all remember when that happened? If he should sell 10% of his Tesla stock. Y'all remember that? Well, he is being investigated for insider trading because of that. Damn, the SEC's probing the Musk brothers. Well, good job to you, Elon Musk. You just sure know how to keep that old, we call it bad publicity. Isn't bad publicity because they give you publicity, but he really operates in it. And I just could not live by that business or cost structure. Also, listen, jobless claims, they're going back down to the 70s. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits basically dropped to their lowest level in 52 years last week. And these numbers, coupled with January's impressive job growth and low unemployment rate of 4%, show that the Omicron was just a hiccup in the labor market's rapid recovery. The U.S. added the most jobs on record last year. They added $6.4 million. Now we need to get the pay commensurate with the inflation. It's a simple process. Now that you've given us all jobs, you need to give us the money that we can have a living wage with. This is where I come in. I help develop generational wealth. I digress, but please go to my website, blackgirlmagicmastersllc.com. Check out a video. It's always in a video. You should not have a problem finding my website. But anyway, listen, the New York City subway basically tests out its platform barriers. Listen, this is what I'm saying. The MTA said Wednesday that 3 subway stations will pilot platform barriers that prevent passengers from jumping, falling, or being pushed onto the tracks, right? So this is a hard pivot from the agency's previous statements that platform barriers, which are common in metro systems outside of the United States, basically, that they were too costly or complicated to implement. This is what they had said prior, right? So calls for barriers aren't new, but there's been an increased urgency to adopt them after a 40-year-old financial analyst, Michelle Go, was shoved onto the tracks and killed in January. What the? Oh my God. All right, do we got any more good little news? We got some key indicators out here. So here's a statistic for y'all. And thank y'all for joining my edition of Good Morning. This is Morning Brew, but black. Because honestly, on Morning Brew, they didn't even talk about the Supreme Court Justice nominee. They didn't even put it on here, which I'm not sure why, but that's why I'm here, Morning Brew. I bet you they won't ever recognize that there's somebody like me out here talking about Morning Brew, but black. But whatever, we're going to keep it black. No cream, no sugar. We're going to do it. So statistics show that Russia and Ukraine combined account for 1/3 of the global's wheat exports. Did y'all know that? 1/3 of our wheat come up out of Russia and Ukraine combined. The globe's 1/3 of the globe's wheat comes from Kyiv. Well, I'm sorry, Russia and Ukraine. Did y'all know that? And 1/5 of the corn trade and nearly 80% of sunflower oil production per the USDA basically come up out of Russia and Ukraine. This is why India has not been quick to denounce the situation as well, because they're getting their sunflower oil. Russia got y'all by the kahunas. He's got China and India in such a way that, like I said, this is a game of chess, not checkers. And let me tell you something. Your boy has been playing this game, and he's got that, what you call that, it's a certain genre of male that get to an age and they've had a lot of power, and they've known is control and power. They start to get what I believe, like, I feel like they start to get dementia early. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they'll say, like, I don't know, maybe Trump, Putin, they start to get like dementia early, and they are willing, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and just shock the world with it. I mean, the world is really shocked about Putin's behavior. But then again, they really thought that Donald Trump was up to some good too. So I guess I shouldn't be shocked. I should not be shocked. But the stats say here that Russia and Ukraine combined account for 1/3 of the global wheat exports, 1/5 of the corn trade, and nearly 80% of sunflower oil per the USDA. The war has caused prices to skyrocket, raising concerns about food security in the Middle East and North Africa, which largely depend on Ukraine for their wheat. Lebanon, for instance, imports 50% of its wheat consumption from Ukraine. I got a quote for you. You want to hear this quote? I cannot entertain you when Russian missiles are falling on Ukraine, when residents of Kyiv are forced to hide in basements in the metro while people are dying. You want to know who said this? Oh, yeah, it's a popular Russian rapper, Oxymiron. He announced that he's postponing his upcoming gigs in Moscow and St. Petersburg indefinitely. And he's joining other Russian celebs in speaking out against the war. I love our celebrities. The celebrities always be on the right side of all the issues because they care about the people. Kudos to the celebrities over there. What's his name? Rapper Oxymiron. I need to go and listen to what he got. I need to go see what your boy been. Yeah, see what he got to give. Let's see what else is brewing. The CDC will significantly loosen federal mask guidelines today, according to the AP. Moderna said that the COVID was entering an endemic phase in the Northern Hemisphere, but predicted that many people will need another booster shot in the fall. Reddit launched a Discover tab for its iOS and Android apps that provides for a Pinterest-like scrollable grid experience, and the Major League Baseball season will be shortened if a deal between the players and owners isn't reached by the end of the day on Monday. All right, so this has been your Morning Brew, but Black, presented by the Black Girl Magic Master herself, Shaquila. And I will see y'all later on tonight because I'm giving out my last free financial class in February. We're going to talk about sources of income for small businesses. So I'll see you guys later. Love, peace, and hair grease. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Definitely join my TikTok. And that's at Shaquila. Okay, that's at the birthday lady. Right? So come to my TikTok live tonight for your free financial class in February for Black History Month. It's the final one. So I love y'all. I think y'all. I love y'all. And like I said, I will talk to y'all a little bit later. Like I said, get ready for a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. Remember, listen, if you pray, you don't have to worry about stuff. All right. All right. Love, peace, and hair grease.